Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bria Tate and this is my significant other, James. And today we are talking about things that you want to know before you go online dating. We are not professionals, we are not experts, but we can give our 2 cents. We are just going to talk about things that we used ourselves, we implemented when we went online today.
Yes.
Yeah. Thing I want to talk about is everybody's different. Do not compare yourself to the next person. Do not think that what happened to that person is what's gonna happen to you. I do not want to shoot anybody's expectations, but just have reasonable expectations. Don't think that you are gonna go online and then there's gonna be leaps and bounds. These people that are now willing or wanting to be with or wanting to meet you. So just have reasonable expectations, and not everyone online is genuinely there for dating or getting married, or some people are there for
attention, maybe.
Attention,
right?
Yeah. And different reasons. So all I'm saying is don't set high expectations. Don't set yourself up for disappointment in case you ended up being on that site for more than 6 months. Number 2 thing that I want to talk about is you want to be respectful, because then you'll be respected.
Do take a look at other people's profiles. If you see someone that looks like they're succeeding, then you see what are they doing. If you can figure out what's working for them, and then to try and do the same thing for yourself.
Okay, so tell us, James, what worked for you?
You know how it is, like the women will put the profiles, and then the men have their profiles too, but the men are sort of actively going to communicate with the women. I don't know that you see the same thing because of the psychology, right? That in the reverse, that a woman will. But since I said it, yeah, you make sure you've got some pictures, right? The recent pictures, and something that looks okay. If you get somebody else to take a look and let you know what they think, like, how does this picture look? Does this make me look good? Haircut, hairstyle, the bright color of your clothing, the lighting of the picture itself, the context. Are you just sort of standing there looking at the picture like that, or is it a picture where you're actually somewhere doing something?
Yeah.
Things like that. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So if you're going to have your profile, you want your picture to be like 1,000 really good words, 1,000 complimentary, positive.
What attracted you to my profile?
Oh,
yeah, other than that. What? I
well,
know what he's gonna say.
People are visual, right?
Yeah.
So when you're looking at, you're going through, as a guy, when I'm going through, obviously I'm looking for a woman that's attractive, but there's physically attractive. There's only so much you can do about that, but at the same time you can give your photo a kind of a positive emotional quality, something that creates some kind of an impression, like something that's positive, that's got that kind of energy.
Did you even read any of what I had written?
Yes, I went carefully through, I'm sure,
Okay.
because you know me, I read every single thing, right?
Oh, wow.
So I looked at your picture, I'm like, wow, this girl, that's a nice looking girl, and she looks like she's the right age, and you were dressed okay. as I've told you before, I saw the picture that showed you with your job ID thing on your neck, and I thought, this is someone who's got a job. And so you've got a picture of, say, if you've got a job that shows you at your workplace.
Yeah.
And then people will say, oh, look, that says something about you. Someone who's got a job, it implies stability, implies a whole bunch of positive qualities. So now, to go with the looks, I've got something that's an impression that's beyond just that visual thing.
Yeah, but I'm also thinking, what about girls that don't have jobs, where they maybe they wear a name tag, or maybe they're still job hunting?
Yeah, well, it's possible. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, right? You never know. People are fronting all the time. I remember seeing a lot of people saying part-time hairdresser or student, and I always took that as code language for, oh, they're unemployed.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, even not being employed, being unemployed, it doesn't mean that you cannot present yourself in a way that is respectable, in a way that can tell a person a little bit about your character.
Let's say at a social gathering, not with your friends, because you don't want someone looking at your friend that's, you know, or calling you up on your profile and saying, hey, can you introduce me to the one, the one that's next to you? That would be, that's not productive.
Don't put a picture of you and your friend. You can get into that later on when you know that you have, you know, sort of found a relationship.
Some job security. You've got a little bit of seniority.
Yeah. So number 4, when you have met and you are planning to meet in person, do you travel there, or do you let him travel to your country? I'm gonna talk about this from the woman's perspective, and this is what I did. I think that it would be better if you let him travel to your country. I'm gonna give you my reasoning. Reason being that when you travel to a foreign country, some countries you don't even speak their language. It's not every country that they speak English, and you don't know anyone there other than this person that you've been chatting with online. You don't know your way around. I think that it's safer for you. Straight, yeah. It's safer for you to let him travel to your country. Safety first. What do you think?
If you're going to look at it from a positive thing, right? The guy will go. It just makes sense. I mean, if you're thinking about having someone come to visit you, that's enough of an unknown. You're meeting someone new. From the guy's perspective, it's kind of the same thing, right? You're going somewhere that you're so, even for a guy, you're going to be dependent. You're hoping that whoever it is that you're meeting they're okay, and that they don't have some kind of setup waiting for you. So what would I recommend? Before you're going to meet someone, make sure that you've spent a fair bit of time. You've got to feel like that you're okay, they're okay, and that everything seems like it's above board.
So when you were planning to come to Zambia, did you ever think about...
I didn't do... No, okay, we talked on the phone, and maybe again, that's part of the thing. If you've got a job, right? It's sort
you knew where I work.
It helps establish legitimacy.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I would say I had a kind of a feeling, right? Like, oh, it seems okay. But at some point, right, you kind of got to take the jump. I guess that's the way you say it. And that's part of the adventure.
the
If you want to look at it positive, that's
Yeah.
part of the adventure. You're taking a leap of faith.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, if I was more careful, I was looking at you and I would be like, no, it's just something that's too good to be true. Like, I'm suspicious.
All right.